Afuris Prime, released with Baruch Prime and Cobra and Crane Prime. Is it good? Let's take a look. Stats wise, it doesn't look like much. Focus on status, not much crit chance going on. Crit multiplier is the average. Focused on puncture, not looking too good, right? Let's compare it with the other versions of the Furis. There is the Dex Furis, which it wins on everything but ammo and fire rate, ammo pickup and fire rate. Yeah, we can say that it is a direct upgrade from the Dex Furis, a big upgrade from the Afuris, only Afuris, not the Dex version. So yeah, I think this is kind of the concept of the Furies, to be a weapon that doesn't have like a lot of status and stuff, and should deliver as much damage as it can in a short time. So kind of looks like it. If we compare against the other Prime weapons, let's see, against, let's say, the Axe Stiletto, win on some, lose on some. There isn't like a lot of weapons we can compare. We can compare against the Axe Stiletto, Akshagara. Neither the Akshagara, Akbodo, Akvasto, because they're semi. We have the Axomati too. Yeah, they all have like different stats, but it doesn't look like that much different. Like the Axomati has more fire rate, more crit chance, more crit damage, less status, more fire rate. And if you compare against the Axe Stiletto, it loses on the fire rate to the Axe Stiletto, but it has more damage, more focused on impact. Not that that is a good thing, but yeah, the differences. So what do we have to keep in mind when building for this weapon? Slash is probably not going to work, so there is not as a big point on using viral. There is no way on changing the stats, the IPS, let's say, a priority, because we would need a Riven for that, and my Riven doesn't have like minus puncture and plus slash or anything like that. Also, we are not gonna be using on any way hemorrhage, because the fire rate is just really, it has a ton of fire rate, and it doesn't allow us to get on the good threshold to use it. So let's get into a build. I think your average player can build this. Kinda hybrid, I would say. Going with this, made a viral and heat just to make the usual. We'll talk about some considerations soon, but just want to show you what the weapon can do. I'll just take the armor now to kind of get the stacks up, just so we can look against the armored target. Against an armored target is pretty good. Of course, we're using probably as much damage as we can, and results like this should actually be very close on the other weapons. There's really, after a point where you use a certain amount of stuff, just like the galvanized mods, the arcanes, everything is gonna have a good, let's say, a good performance. So this is really what the weapon can do. It can handle itself, but maybe just the viral might not be the best thing. Let's try Corrosive. Just change Frostbite for Jolt. We're good to go. Summon some more dudes. If we don't, yeah, we still have the stacks. No, we have to build the stacks again. There's not even like a way to compare like armor stripped enemies. They're just gonna melt. But yeah, with Corrosive and heat, it's just, it feels better than with viral. Of course, viral would also help with the damage. We're just dealing much more damage because we're taking away the armor. That's like what, plus 80, above 80% armor reduction with this. So it deals pretty decent damage. Okay, what else? If I would take this weapon to level cap, I would use a build like this. I would go Heat Inherit and really just go with this. Have a primer and then Heat Inherit. I could have removed the heat from here, and or maybe even put it into the Scorch mod. But to be honest, I feel like Galvanized Shot works really, really well with this weapon. I don't know if there's maybe the CO is multiplicative, I don't know, but I just feel like it works really, really well. Just taking a look around with the Riven. Of course, unarmored targets have no chance, and I bet this would be the same against demos after we get the heat primer to get the Heat Inherit going. Even here, only heat without anything else is really good. If you guys ever request it, that's probably what I'm gonna take. Now the question is, does this have anything unique? I don't think so. So really, what we got here is another decent prime weapon that really just falls on the category of another of the automatic dual pistols. So it's gonna be the Afuris, the Stiletto, and the Axomati Prime. These are gonna be the three. They're function-wise, they're the same. But Axomati actually ramps up the fire rate, so it is a little bit more unique than the other ones. Other than that, really, it's just another prime weapon without anything crazy going for it. Anything extra? To be honest, I would be happier if they made just the regular version, the prime version of the regular Furies, because there is this is a thing. Of course, not a lot of people remember this thing even exists, but it is something. And yeah, I think it would kind of revive the usage of a mod like that. But really, the Afuris is just a weapon that is gonna work, but it's probably not gonna be very popular. The disposition of the prime version sucks, but it's probably getting fixed after some time. Every time a prime releases, the disposition goes down quite a lot. It's usually the worst disposition, but then after a few updates or half a year later or something like that, disposition goes up. Yeah, I don't think there's any like unique mod for the Furies, not that I know of. Sadly, nothing special going with this weapon. I would like to have like any little extra detail, but they just didn't. It's another prime weapon that is saltless, let's say. Yep. If I had to go with one of these, I just wouldn't use this. I don't know. Aesthetically, it looks really good. The Baruch Prime colors are very nice, but I just wouldn't go with this thing. I feel like it would be more interesting to go with the others. The only thing that actually pulls me a little bit toward this weapon is that I have a Riven, but other than that, is, in my opinion, nothing special. If you want to build it, you want to forma it, it's gonna be good. It's gonna have the average performance that you would see with a lot of the prime weapons or any decent weapon. Don't expect nothing crazy, but it's just a decent weapon. Yeah, let me know what you think about the Afuris. Leave it a like, consider subscribing.